Welcome to another project here on Build in Wisconsin. I'm Stuart Keith, and on today's show, we'll be learning about solutions for water backing up in your basement. So let's get started with Bill Graffin from MMSD. Well, Bill, on several occasions, we've discussed the challenges MMSD faces with unwanted water entering the system and how it really costs us all in the community. So on today's show, let's focus in on broken laterals and what can be done to repair the problem.
Yeah, everybody owns a lateral. If you own a house, you own a lateral. Any water you use in your house is going to go to your lateral, out the front yard, out to the street, where it's going to connect to the city sewer system. The city sewer system then runs to the MMSD regional sewers deeper in the ground, and that takes it all to one of two treatment plants for the region. MMSD serves 28 communities, and all of the communities that we serve own and operate their own sewer systems. It's about 3,000 miles of sewer pipe. And the lateral that we talked about, there's another 3,000 miles of those pipes. So it's a tremendous amount of sewer pipe. And any cracks in those pipes allow excess water to get into the sanitary sewer system, water that shouldn't be there. And it's water we shouldn't have to pay to clean because we all end up paying for it. But it also overburdens the sanitary sewer system. It can lead to basement backups and sewer overflows.
So when it rains, the water goes down through the ground, or snow melt, or however, hits that broken lateral, and that much actually can enter the system?
Tremendous amount of excess water. Matter of fact, just on one lateral alone, you can have 50 gallons a minute of excess water leaking into the sewer system. So you're going to have a pipe typically come out in the middle of the house, and it's going to come out to the sewer in the street. This is typically an 8-inch sewer on most communities.
Sure.
And if it's laid at a regular pitch, it can handle about 350 gallons per minute, that 8-inch sewer. Well, if you have a broken lateral, just one can contribute 50 gallons a minute of excess water into that pipe. So if you do the math, if you have dozens of homes hooked up to that pipe out in the street, and you have 50 gallons extra coming in here, 50 gallons extra coming in from over there, you're going to end up filling up that pipe. The pipe can't take the water away fast enough. The water then starts backing up in the system and into people's homes, and that's what we're trying to prevent.
Well, think about that. I mean, if say you take just 7 homes on a city block that have a cracked lateral, that could potentially add up to over 350 gallons a minute right there.
Yeah, it's water that can end up causing problems and headaches for you and your neighbors from basement backups, from allowing too much extra water into the sanitary sewer system.
Okay, so these laterals, who actually owns the lateral from the house out to the sewer main?
The homeowner. If you own a house, you own a lateral. And unfortunately, it's up to the homeowner to fix that problem. No different than your roof or your driveway. It's up to you to fix that pipe that you own. We're all connected, and everybody that owns a lateral, you're part of the sanitary sewer system. And no matter how many improvements we do at the regional level or the communities do on their level, we can still have a massive problem just from the pipes that haven't had a lot of attention in decades because they're out of sight, out of mind. People don't think about it until there's a problem. We're noticing it when you get a heavy rain or the ground saturates. There's just a tremendous amount of excess water getting into the sanitary sewer system that doesn't need to be there and leads to headaches for people.
So that tells you at MMSD, and really tells all of us, that it really is a big problem. I mean, are there any estimates of how many or what percentage of the homes out there actually have faulty laterals?
You know, we've been doing inspections with the communities for the last couple of years, and what we're seeing is, you know, typically about 50% of the laterals have problems. In some cases, it can be as high as 70 and 80%.
And so as a homeowner, it's my responsibility to maintain the lateral. How do I know if mine's one of the ones that's contributing to the problem?
It takes some work, and you really need a camera. You really need the ground to be saturated. There's some testing they can do involving flooding the storm sewers or the ground, and they'll put a green dye in there, and then you'll be able to see with a TV camera going through the lateral that the water is leaking in and it's green. You know you have a problem.
Sure. But you guys have spent millions of dollars in infrastructure to handle excess water, yet it's still not enough. And the ultimate solution is to fix all these failing laterals.
It's a constant struggle. Pipes and infrastructure don't last forever. And so we've spent billions of dollars actually improving the MMSD system. The communities have spent millions of dollars improving their systems. But very little work has been done on the laterals, those private pipes, and that's what we really need to address. We know that it's an issue. We know there are other issues involving the private property, especially involving houses that don't have sump pumps and have their foundation drains connected directly to the lateral, which is allowing a lot more water into the system as well, above and beyond what may be coming in through cracks.
But at the end of the day, each of us homeowners out there, if we do our part, we're not only helping ourselves, but we're helping the community as a whole.
You really are, and it is expensive, and we do have a program to help out, but it's up to the communities to decide. We're getting the money to the communities, and then the communities are looking at what are their biggest trouble spots, and addressing those issues and kind of tackling it as they have funding and as the need is there, because even at $63 million that we have invested in the program currently, that's not enough to address all the laterals in the area. So it's going to be an ongoing long-term process, again, to keep after the problems. But a lot of people don't have the money, and a lot of people don't want to deal with something they can't see that's out of sight until there is a problem with their own house, and you end up with water in the basement.
Sure, and what I want to do right now is I'm going to head inside for a situation just like that. Little water in the basement, they have a plugged up drain, we're going to see a solution to that problem, and then a little later in the show I'm going to catch back up with you to find out more what we can do to help MMSD and our communities as a whole solve this problem.
Sounds good.